Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, I have to go widescreen on this one because here's another knife that Toby and family sent me. It's another Martteini knife, but it's also a fish knife. Not that kind of a fish knife. This one is a 7.5-inch fish and fillet. I'm hungry already. 19 centimeter. And then on the back here, it tells you how to, it gives you the dimensions, specifications. Let's see if we can get up here.
Birch handle, classic styling. Through tank construction blade extends all the way to the maximum strength. Razor sharp hand ground stainless steel blade. Tool genuine leather sheath. Structured scabbard for safe knife storage. Yeah, there's an internal thing inside there besides the leather sheath that helps guide the blade in. Belt loop, polished brass ferrule. Single stage knife sharpener. And then it has over here in different languages for you. Mangalo de Alamo Blanco. Birch handle, I guess. Blanco. But anyways, it shows over here. Here's how to... see if I can get it up here close enough. Securely clamp down the fish's nose. Ow! Make first cut behind the gills. Slice down... I'm reading through the camera. Slice down through to the bones, and without removing the blade, turn it and slice straight along the backbone. I've seen it done different ways. I've seen people go on the backbone and go following the ribs. To the tail. Note that the fillet has been cut away from the rest of the fish. After slicing off at the tail, turn the fish over and repeat the procedure for the other side. With both sides removed, you have cut away both fillets without disturbing the fish's entrails. This is the neatest and fastest way to prepare fish. Now, to finish the fillets. A sharp, flexible knife is important to avoid wasting meat. Insert blade close to the ribs and slice the entire rib section away. This should be done before skin is removed to keep waste to a minimum. The light changes when it gets hit through. Removing the skin from the fillet is simply a matter of... what is this? Can't even read it. Inserting the knife at the tail and cutting the meat from the skin. With the proper knife, it's easily done. Here is each fish fillet ready for the pan or freezer. Note there is no waste. Remember not to overwash fillets. This will preserve tasty juices and keep the meat in its natural state. And then it has all that in different languages.
All right, enough of that. Let's get to the real knife, shall we? And it came in a plastic display thing like this, so it had the knife already out, and then the sheath there, and then it had a little tube, a little piece of tube protecting the tip. So you would see all this, but there would be a little tip because this sucker's sharp. And the thing about a fillet knife is you want it to be semi-flexible, because you're going to do some of these curving cuts. But first off, I want to say, as far as the sheath goes, this is pretty cool. If you've never seen one of these before, you think, well, they screwed up, they didn't trim the leather off. But no, it's designed that way to kind of, I guess, look like a fish. This has excellent smelling leather. I'd just like to say, this is his other Martteini one. It has a little dangler type of belt loop. This one before was riveted on, but it's got more of a swivel thing, allowing it to pivot a lot more. Nice stitching all the way around. It comes untreated, and it has this little insignia, Rapala, on it, with a trademark R on it. So it's pretty nice. Then you pull the knife out, and it's a nice birch handle. Alright, let me switch over to closer up. It's got this nice birch handle. Has this little, he looks like a whale, but then he throws the R in there with a lion. Rapala. And then a nice curve here for your finger. This also fits in here. This is not only like brass, but it's got this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's this epoxy seal around it to keep gunk from stuff from getting in there. And, let's see if we can focus here. J. Martteini, Finland. hand ground stainless. So yeah, it's a nice long thin blade there. I don't have any raw fish or anything. You know, like most of our fish nowadays is processed. It goes in there like that. Has a little end cap, you know, where the tang is connected. But yeah, this is a nice one. Another nice knife. Doesn't have the whipping the reindeer with a strap. Yeah, giddy up, yeah. Would you say yeah and giddy up to a probably be something in Finnish? You would say to the reindeer, like, you know, start hauling. But this is the 121, and this one they don't have a number on it. But like I said, it's got. Let me see. It's got a model number on it over here. BPFNF7SH1. Close as I can find to a. Yep, that's the model number. He probably got it off of Amazon, but you can. Let's see. Doesn't have any website. I thought it was going to show me a website. Warning: cancer is available. Yeah, so I mean, it's just basically a very nice. The last time I actually filleted fish, you know, like caught one and filleted one, was when I was probably a teenager, or maybe just that was a long time ago. I mean, I really liked fishing when I was a kid. Part of it was being with Dad and getting away from, you know, the house and everything, going out fishing and stuff. But another part of it was just, you know, the catching the fish and baiting it. We did different type of fishing. We did like pure fishing from saltwater. At one time, my uncle got fried in an electrical thing, and he got a $1 million settlement because everything was locked out and tagged out. He was working on high power line stuff. And it fried him, you know, and they had to like revive him 3 times on the way to the hospital, you know, with CPR and everything. But he got $1 million settlement out of it. And then he met my cousin. And she sucked that money out of him. But anyway, before it was all sucked out, and then she left him. Before that happened, he had a yacht, and we went into Galveston Bay, and we went deep sea fishing one time, and that was pretty cool, you know, salt water. And then my dad had a lake, a lease kind of thing. It was called like 6 Lakes or something like that in Texas, but we lived in Houston. There weren't a whole lot of lakes around there to do fishing. There were some ponds and stuff. But with this, he had a little lot. And then you were allowed to go fishing, and it had one of these little codes that you could enter. Anyway, to get into the gate. But we did like fly fishing there, and you know, just little fish. You know, nothing super big. But you get in a little boat and you row out there sometimes and stuff. It was fun. But when I became an adult, I just kind of gave up on fishing. You know, I mean, I had all these opportunities. I got more into guns and stuff. I didn't go out there shooting the fish. Blah, 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 blah. Come back. He got away. Forget that armor piercing. I need some water piercing ammo. Water slows down bullets pretty quick, man. But anyway. So thank you for that. Long rambling on a knife, but this is a good fillet knife. It's always good to have one of these. Nice long slender blade. And he also sent an MTech. Yeah, this wasn't just a little thing standing there. And a lot of people poo-poo MTechs and stuff like that, but before I got into my latest knife collections and everything, I would get something like this. I'll show you some examples. This was one of the ones that I used at work a lot. It assisted opening, has a half serrated blade. Good serrations on this too. And this was good for like that plastic strapping that they'd banned with pallets and stuff like that. They'd have that. They used to be metal pallet straps, but they switched over to mostly plastic now. And it's tough plastic. So even if you have a sharp knife, see, this one has a combination edge. So you still have a pretty good usable edge there of non-serrated. So you got like 1 7/8 inches of cutting edge, and then you got like a 3-inch blade overall. And yeah, it's gaudy, it's gold and everything, but a lot of people are like, "Woo, wow!" And these were so expensive. I had 2 of them because the work I was doing, man, this thing would get covered in paint and rubber and all kinds of gunk, you know, and you wouldn't want to subject a Sabenza or something like that to that. Nowadays, I know there are, even at the time, I had a Rat 1 and Rat 2 that I would carry with me, but a lot of times I would use this one when the dirty work came up. And what I got before that was you know, just one of these like frost cutlery, assisted opening. Don't tread on me. Mainly for the seatbelt cutter and the glass breaker. You know, because if you're ever in a vehicle that's starting to go underwater and you need to get out quick, your seatbelt can seize on you sometimes. Like when you hit the brake, the seatbelt will lock up. The seatbelts can get jammed up. It's always nice to have a way to cut your way out. I don't know how sharp this one is, but it's one of those fixed insert things. And glass breakers are another good thing. A lot of windows and cars are electric and stuff, and the battery goes out. You might have to break your way out. So I had one of those in the Jeep. And then before that, I had one of these, and this is kind of like a multifunction. It has a seatbelt cutter. It has a bottle opener built into the blade. See how inconspicuous that is? And it doesn't get in the way. But there, I mean, there's a cap lifter right there. Serrated again, partially. More of a long edge here for a straight edge. Nice little spear, you know, I mean, a drop point type of shape. This had a flashlight in it at one time. So you could actually activate the flashlight and have the beam along your thing. I don't remember what this is. Is this a ferro rod? Yeah, it's a ferro rod. So it has a little bit of everything in there, and the glass breaker in the end. Pocket clip only goes on one side. So yeah, to me, who knows what steel this was? It didn't matter. You know, that's was not on my list of things to purchase this knife. All the rest of it was, wow, look at that, man. It can do all these things. And it feels fairly comfortable in hand. Like I said, you can tell I used this thing. I didn't just, you know, pick it up. And that's the thing about these inexpensive knives. They're users. So let's get to the MTech MT A84, either a 0 or an OP. Alright, so what we have here is a nice solid. Got a big flipper here. I think it's assisted opening. Hollowed on this side. It's not a dagger. This on the top is not sharp. Ow! I'm wrong. It is sharp. Oh, I forgot to mention on the Martteini, this thing also came with a crock stick sharpener with it. It was sitting there in the bottom. Glass breaker. One side pocket clip. I need to weigh this guy. My guess is it's pushing 5 ounces. This thing only goes up to like 200 grams. And it's going to be close to that. We'll see. But they're cool to have in your vehicle type of knives, you know, and knock-around knives that you're not really worried about. All right, this is ounces. 6.4 or 5 ounces. Let's see what it does in grams. I thought it was heavy. 183 grams. What makes it heavy is this handle. It's solid, whatever it is. Solid metal. It feels solid. because that blade is not heavy at all with that hollowing out and stuff on it. It's weird how it's got that little opening in there. What could you do with that? I don't know. Anyway, you have one side that's fairly sharp. Fits the hand fairly well. Kind of a line antique watch. What Toby was telling me he likes to do with a lot of these is he likes to polish them up, especially the metal ones. He gets them and he takes sandpaper and he takes all the stone washing off and then he puts it on a buffer. This we got some writing over here. He puts it on a buffer. It's a USA. It's an USA design. MT AS40 stainless steel. USA design. But yeah, it's the liner lock. Good lockup. Locks up right away. Early lockup. I want to see if it's assisted opening. Yeah. I've got a spring right here. You start feeling it right there. Centered. Yeah. Fires out there pretty quick. Yeah, so you got kind of like a dagger like a thing. Pretty cool. So thank you, Toby. Thank you for sending this, Toby and family. Really great additions. This one with the fishing box and everything else. Yeah, because there is a lake near me. I mean, there's a lake real close. You have to get a fishing license and all that, but yeah, I might take that up if I could get my vehicle thing. My thing is transportation. I don't have a registered vehicle. All I got is a bicycle, and I'm old, and that would be a trek to bicycle out there and do some fishing and bicycle back. But we'll see. I'll slap an electric motor on it, and we might be able to get somewhere. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.